We just came across this beautiful looking tea here. It's from Ducky Life, and they do Splendid loose leaf organic specialty teas and accessories. Now I'm here with Dina and Ben, and now tell us your last name.
Silverleaf.
Okay.
Shouldn't I be just selling tea?
Silverleaf, and she sells tea. Now I think, you know, the guys are just saying this is what you have to do.
Well, and they were, because my husband's also English, so could I sell anything else?
I don't think so. I think you found your niche here. Now tell us about these organic teas.
Well, we import all our teas from China, India, Japan, Sri Lanka, and the reason we import them, tea doesn't grow in this country. We have neither the terrain nor the climate for tea. They're all organic. We have relationships with the farmers in those places, and we have people who are making sure that they adhere to our standards of organic, because they vary from country to country. The other tisanes, which is what we term herbal tea in this country, but they're called tisane or tisane depending on where you hail from, come from places like South America, South Africa, and a number of other places. We also blend many of our teas for flavorings, and we don't use extracts. We use full spices and fruits. When we use fruits, they're dried. Or like our white tip peach, we use the peach blossom.
Okay.
And we put it in the tea, and that provides the flavor. All our spices come from Germany, which have the highest organic standards. So where we have some teas that are caffeinated and some that are not caffeinated. And I say not caffeinated rather than decaf, because we don't decaffeinate our tea. When we say it has no caffeine, it's naturally not caffeinated, because the decaffeinating process is a chemical process, and we don't want to pump chemicals into what we were so careful about not getting in the first place.
Well, they look beautiful. Now tell me, what's better about organic tea versus tea that you can find in the grocery store?
Well, first of all, organic is that there's no chemicals. There are some organic teas in the supermarket, and they will have no chemicals. So you don't want to be, and the chemicals are going to have on the leaf, and then you're putting it in a cup. You're going to get that in your system. So that's why you want the organics. How these teas differ from what you're getting in the supermarket. You can get some loose leaf tea in the supermarket, but it's been sitting on the shelves for a while. Now our teas, we say, have an 18-month shelf life, but when you pick it up, it's 18 months from when you get it from us, not from when it's been sitting in the supermarket. The other thing is, most of the teas you get in the supermarket are bag teas, and most bag teas are not full leaf. They're what they call the fannings or the dust, and that's what you're getting in a tea bag. So it's not as flavorful. Usually with a tea bag, 1 cup and it's done. With our teas, between a half a teaspoon and a teaspoon and a half will make an 8-ounce cup, and you could use it twice, and if you don't really like strong tea, even 3 times. You could not do that with a tea bag that contained the dust.
Well, I noticed that I really like green tea, and when I get a green tea bag, it looks brown, and I'm like, but it's supposed to be green tea.
Yeah.
So I know that it's, you know, not the greatest stuff when you get out of the bag, but this, it just looks beautiful. Now,
can you pour my clothes, because I'm going to show you, we're sampling a white tea.
Okay.
And I'm going to show you the color on that. That's the white tea. And how it makes up.
Now, is this hot? Cold? Oh,
this
it's cold.
Is cold.
Oh.
I have hot as well, and I always bring a hot, because there are tea drinkers that will not drink their tea cold.
That's good.
Certain nationalities, the English, the Indians, the Jamaicans, prefer their tea hot, even in the hot weather.
It's gone. That was good. You don't even need a sweetener in that.
No, you don't.
But if you do want a sweetener, you put a little agave in it.
Absolutely.
And then you're not adding any chemicals at all.
Exactly.
Now, do you have any unique kind of flavors here?
We do. This is our signature blend. This is Ducky Life Tea.
Oh my gosh.
That's a black tea with a melange of spices. Smell that.
Oh my gosh, that
It's
smells
very
great.
complex.
This, oh my god, I just picked this one up and it smells like candy.
That's our chai.
Oh,
and
it
that's
smells so
traditional
good.
to a lot of Indian people. We also have a green chai, which is pretty unique to us. Chai is usually traditionally black, but the American market, they prefer green tea. So we blended the traditional spices with the green tea, and we made sure that the spices don't overpower the more delicate green tea than the black tea.
I think I'm gonna have to branch out today. I do like chai. I normally drink chamomile or green tea, but looking at these, they're just...
Well, there's other choices for non-caffeinated other than chamomile. There's the rooibos, and we have two here. This is a lime rooibos.
Smells like lemony.
Yep. And then this is South African honeybush, and that's become popular.
Smells like berry almost, like a sweet,
And those
like a fruit roll-up.
right, and they do taste like that. When Ben was smaller, I used to give it to the kids, ice, and they used to call Ben's fruit punch, and parents would say, "What's that fruit punch that they drink at your house?" And I'd say, "No, it's just a naturally not caffeinated infusion." And they love it, and they say, "You must put tons of sugar in it." And I say, "No, there's no sugar in it, and I don't put any in." They say, "Oh, my kids wouldn't drink that," and they would by the gallon.
That's a great idea for kids. You don't, I mean, because fruit juice is just so unhealthy with all the sugars and
Exactly.
high fructose corn,
And
everything that goes into
and
it.
the extra calories that the kids
The dyes.
really don't need.
This is just pure. Ben, what's your favorite flavor?
I'd have to say the mint medley.
The mint medley?
Yeah, this one here.
Smell that one.
Yeah. It's a Tisane with
Oh, that's like almost spearmint.
Yeah, but there's more than just one sort of mint.
Yeah.
Like spearmint. We also have a Moroccan mint. We don't have all our teas here. We have 18 out of something like 36. It grows by the day usually.
Hey, listen to this salesman here.
And they're all listed on our website, Ducky Life Tea, DuckyLifeLife.com.
Okay, DuckyLife.com. You can check them out there, and then you guys just travel to farmers markets, and that's how you do it.
Right. We're at this market, the Stamford French Market on Saturdays between 9 and 2. We're also at the Wilton Farmers Market, which is behind the Wilton Library, between 12 and 6. And those are our two Connecticut markets at the moment. We're expanding out.
And where are you based out of?
We're based out of Stamford and
Oh, okay.
Red Bank, New Jersey. So
Okay.
the teas are blended there.
And then they also have some other product. They have things for you to use with your tea and decanters. I love this.
Oh,
This is a travel.
This is our travel press. It's basically a French press. So what you do is you'd put your tea in the bottom. You fill it with water. You screw on the top. You let it steep. And then you push it down so that when you drink from it, none of the leaves get in your mouth.
That's great. Now I've had one of these at home before, but never a traveling one. That is unique.
And it's not only good for traveling. I use that when I'm working at the computer. This way you don't have the accidental spill of a teacup.
Well, thank you so much, guys. And if you want to check it out, here's their website.
DuckyLife.com.